What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Henry Cejudo issues bold prediction for upcoming Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes fight at UFC 314. Henry Cejudo has offered his verdict on the upcoming UFC 314 main event clash between Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopes. Volkanovski has dropped 2 straight fights by knockouts against Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria. Cejudo believes Volkanovski is no longer the same threat he once was at 145. I personally think Diego Lopes is going to beat him. I really do. But if Volkanovski does get it done, yeah, he gets it done. It's not Ilia Topuria that he's going to beat. He has done some amazing things at 145 pounds, but he's also gone through 3 losses. 2 out of 3 were knockouts. I think his pressure, I think he brings it early. Volkanovski will eventually give you distance. You can only run for so long. Where Diego Lopes is dangerous is in the first round, and also he's really good on bottom. If Volkanovski does take him to the ground, this dude's submission game is underrated, bro. Aljamain Sterling makes honest admission on Sean O'Malley rematch and UFC's business-first mindset. Aljamain Sterling recently shared his take on Sean O'Malley being awarded a bantamweight title rematch against Merab Dvalishvili. He noted that the decision came down to business and highlighted what makes Dvalishvili versus O'Malley 2 a logical matchup for the UFC. The UFC recently announced that the rematch will take place in the main event of UFC 316 on June 7th. The announcement was met with a mixed response from the MMA community. However, Sterling noted that he understood why it was booked. Honest answer. The UFC is going to do what's best for the business and the brand. Would I have liked an immediate rematch due to the circumstances going into the first fight? Absolutely. But I understand the business model better than most, and O'Malley is a really exciting guy that has beaten many top 5 contenders. So I think he rightfully deserves it after the ranked names he has beaten. Alex Pereira's coach explains why Poatan is the best boxer in the UFC, ahead of Ilia Topuria. Alex Pereira's coach and mentor Glover Teixeira believes the Brazilian is the UFC's best boxer. According to Teixeira, Pereira's vision inside the octagon separates him from the rest. He doesn't waste energy and doesn't throw blind shots. Teixeira claims that Pereira sees everything and knows what's going to miss before it's even thrown. Those guys, they are great punchers, you know. Like Topuria, he has incredible combination. I feel like he's a great boxer, don't get me wrong. But you can see Alex, the movement that he makes is almost like Mayweather. You see, sometimes Mayweather, like if you jab him, he doesn't even move because he knows that jab is not going to hit him. The range is perfect. Alex does those kinds of things. I just feel like Alex's IQ for visual strategy is better. Philippi, he is Alex's Muay Thai coach. When he started training with Alex, and he was like, bro, I used to train with Alex by myself. Sometimes we go in a gym, nobody there, like let's do some rounds. And he never tried to hurt me. He hit me and he taught me all the time because he's very good with timing, but would never try to hurt me. Henry Cejudo cites Khabib to argue Jon Jones' worth in potential Tom Aspinall showdown. Henry Cejudo believes UFC champion Jon Jones has earned the right to ask for a massive payday to fight Tom Aspinall. Interim heavyweight champion Aspinall has been eagerly awaiting his title unification bout with Jones, but it's yet to materialize. With Daniel Cormier claiming that Khabib Nurmagomedov once turned down the UFC's $40 million offer to come out of retirement, Cejudo thinks Jones should be offered a similar amount to fight Aspinall. Joe Rogan just came up with the whole $30 million deal. Keep it at $30 million. He just helped you. This is what should be the storyline. If they're willing to give Khabib Nurmagomedov $40 million, what is the greatest of all time worth? If Joe Rogan just said there's a $30 million deal in there, let's do it. Stick to that number. Why don't you get Turkey involved? Do it in Saudi Arabia. Make it one of the biggest fights of all time, and do it. If the matchup does end up happening, Cejudo sees Jones's experience and fight IQ being too much for Aspinall. We all know that Tom is dangerous, but there's just too many tools that Jon has. Too many tools. And I feel like this is where Aspinall is boxing. He's not much of a kicker. He's not much of a grappler too, and I feel like those are things that Jon brings, and he's too smart. Daniel Cormier believes Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje will be next. At UFC 313 last month, the hard-hitting former interim champion earned a unanimous decision victory over Rafael Fiziev. Following the bout, Justin Gaethje called for a long-shot title shot against Islam Makhachev. While Daniel Cormier is aware that the champion has many possible challengers, he also believes a fight with the highlight is the biggest one possible. I get it. It would be warranted to give Ilia Topuria a title shot, because there is no clear #1 contender. Renato Moicano just fought for the belt. The clear #1 contender is Arman Tsarukyan, but if Arman Tsarukyan is not next, Charles Oliveira is another guy who has won fights. He beat Michael Chandler and was supposed to fight for the belt before fighting Arman. So there are guys. I honestly believe that's who's going to fight for the belt, Justin Gaethje. It's going to be Gaethje. If I'm Team Makhachev, I'm asking for Gaethje. That's a big name fight. That's a guy who carries a lot of name recognition. I think that's going to be the fight, if I'm being honest with you.